so meta. Oh my God. Is everybody familiar with PubConf and Ignite style talks, by the way? All right, so real quick, Ignite style talks in a nutshell, you've got 5 minutes, 20 slides, 15 seconds a slide, and they auto progress, which is what I'm gonna do, so I'm trying to get my timing figured out still. But that means no clicker. The slides are progressing automatically. And the cool thing about PubConf is it's 10 speakers, invite only, who do these different talks, and it's a championship. So there are secret judges in the audience, and the 3 people who win get to go on to the lightning round, which is where they present the same style, Ignite style talk on a slide deck they've never seen before and a topic they may or may not be familiar with. And so if you ever get a chance to attend a PubConf, do it. It is the best, most amazing experience you will have in your life. The one critical flaw with tonight is I'm assuming you all are sober and I'm sober, and that's like against the PubConf rules, so we're gonna see how it's gonna go.
It's also, there might be like 185 speakers at an NDC, but there are only ever 10 PubConf speakers. And so to be selected to speak at NDC is already super glorious. To be a PubConf speaker puts you in the best of the best category. So she is a god. You should bow down before her.
There's a lot of hype. I don't know about that. I think it's mostly just because I say fuck a lot. All right, but let's go ahead and get started. Oh, crap. Sorry, I'm used to my Reveal.js. And this is in Google Slides, which is freaking me out. Okay. All right. And if it doesn't change after 15 seconds, we'll find out. But I think it's going to work. They put together slides for you, so I'm not used to doing this on my own. But anyway, most people who know me know I am obsessed with a little TV show called The Bachelor. And don't worry if you have never seen it before, I'm going to explain to you exactly how choosing a JavaScript framework could be like an episode of The Bachelor. I do warn people that I live tweet Monday nights and you can just deal with it. But if you have done any web development in the past, 10 years, this is what you see every time you start a new project. And you're trying to figure out what framework to use, what JavaScript framework to use. There's so many choices and you don't know what to do or how to start, and you hope it's not gonna hurt you again, right? So this is the Aussie Bachelor. This is Nick the Honey Badger, and he is on his quest for love, just like we are with our quest for love of a JavaScript framework. We've been hurt before, we've been bruised before, and we're hoping to really make a strong connection with a new framework that's not gonna do us dirty. So we've got all these different frameworks that come out of the lineup, right? And they've got their best look on, their websites are all fancy and snazzy, they're really putting on a good show, and you're kind of like, okay, I don't know how this is gonna go. And of course they're gonna come out, right? And they're gonna be showing off and they're gonna be like, oh my God, my CLI is so amazing. Look how fast you can put down components. Oh my gosh. But I'm still not sure, how do I really figure out if they're authentic or not, or if they're gonna be the good framework for me? And so this is why I really have to use some concept that The Bachelor does. So I'm gonna kind of get to know them, and we're gonna have really nice surface level conversations, maybe do a little flirting, what are your components like? Ooh, what's your load time? Ooh, two-way data binding, what's that gonna be like? And we'll get to know each other. And I start to have a glimmer of hope because I think maybe this time I'll find a JavaScript framework that won't do me wrong, that won't hurt me, that won't leave me crying and devastated on my bathroom floor again. There is hope, just a little glimmer of hope. So I go ahead and I decide to hand out my roses to the frameworks I want to work with, and I say, hey, will you accept my Git clone? Timing. I need a beer so bad. Actually, I'm going to drink this with rosé because the only way you can watch The Bachelor is with rosé and cheese. So we've got that part. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put out a challenge to my frameworks. It's something that's completely never going to come up with real life. I would absolutely never build like a burrito making app in real life, but that's what I'm going to do to test my JavaScript frameworks to see how they're going to do. And when we're doing these crazy challenges, some things are going to come out and I'm going to realize maybe this framework might not have everything I'm looking for in a future relationship. They might not be really good at shooting fake arrows across a rugby field. And as I'm starting to get to know these frameworks, getting to know their good sides and bad sides, some of the interesting things start to come out. Yeah, so we've got React, who was totally most likely to succeed in her sorority. She actually also met Mark Zuckerberg. Or maybe I'm going to end up liking Backbone, who's pretty opinionated, but she's also super codependent. And I'm worried if I send jQuery home, she's going to want to leave too, and she's just not going to want to be in the house anymore. So let's say I do start to like someone, like this view has caught my interest, right? Like I'm totally gonna go on a date, we're gonna build a to-do app, and things are gonna be amazing, we're gonna see how compatible we are, and if things are gonna really last for a long time. And it's definitely gonna be magic fairy lights everywhere. But you know, I can't really make up my mind right away. Like one to-do app is not enough. So I've gotta pull out a date card and make sure that I'm taking out on dates all the other frameworks to make sure I'm really making the right decision to choose the kind of JavaScript framework I wanna spend the rest of my life with. And you know, these dates are gonna come and I'm gonna find out even more things about some of the frameworks that maybe are kind of a hard thing to deal with. It might be really difficult to debug Angular sometimes, and how do I know unless I throw it in a pool in a Zorb ball? I don't know. That's totally real life. Or maybe I'll start to look at something and I'm not really sure like where my logic is supposed to be for my view or where my HTML is, and wait, since when is there like CSS going in a component? I don't understand what's happening. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is really going to be a good fit for me, but it's okay because there are enough frameworks that I'm starting to get really excited about. I think it could work. It's making my heart twitch, or maybe my pecs twitch. I don't know. I just had to include this GIF. But I think that it really might work out this time. I think I will choose this one JavaScript framework for the rest of my life. We're going to be beautiful. We're going to live happily ever after. It is going to be the most amazing relationship in the world. I'm going to build every single app in this framework for the rest of my life. For the end of days, I'm putting a ring on it. We're saying yes. And the entire internet, as soon as I tell them, is going to judge me and told me I made the wrong fucking choice anyway. So why does it really matter? Because I'm still going to get judged for that. Because nobody ever judges you on the internet, especially when it comes to talking about JavaScript. But in reality, in about 2 weeks, this is what it's going to be like. Thank you very much. Feel free to buy me whiskey later.